Good morning, folks. Captain Spicy Pants here. It is Wednesday the 27th, and we have our first look into the Risa Summer Event. I'm going to briefly go over a couple of things in here, give you guys some quick little pointers about it, but otherwise, let's jump into it. Kick off in style with our summer event. Are you ready to play, Captains? This year, Risa has a lot to offer everyone, returning to her glittering shores with the GOM2 itself. That's right, the GOM2 from TNG is coming back from June 2nd to July 3rd. This is going to be on all platforms. And unfortunately, we still don't know much about the GOM2. It's fine. They're keeping it under wraps. I understand why they're doing that. That being said, one thing we do know from yesterday's stream with Kel, Thomas, and Jeremy is that this event will be the first event to be bought out with dilithium and not with Lobi.
The next big thing that we are going to do, I'm just going to say this now, we'll talk more about the summer event, but you guys already know that GOM2 is our summer event ship. And we've decided, kind of as an experiment, we're curious how this is going to go, that we're changing the buyout this year from Lobi crystals to dilithium, to refined dilithium. And so it will obviously be a lot. I'm not sure if I'm ready to say the number right now, but it will be a massive amount of dilithium.
You know what, you guys out there, you can do the math as well. You'll.
Right. I was gonna say I might. Maybe you want to get, like, if you don't want to give the exact number, maybe we want to give like a range or something like that, just so there's less speculation.
Many millions of dilithium.
We do know that's coming. We don't know the set price on how much dilithium is going to cost. I do have an idea. I think it's going to be around the price of about 10,000 Zen worth of dilithium, which is roughly 5 million dilithium. I think that would kind of help towards their dilithium sink. I don't see how it could be any more than that. And of course, any less would be better. But at the same time, I think that's about a reasonable price. Anything beyond that price point says, can they justify it at the cost of those legacy bundles? And you're not getting everything that you would get out of a legacy bundle. Instead, you're just getting one ship. I don't know. Only time will tell. We'll see what happens next week. In addition, we have 3 new kit modules, not kit frames, kit modules. So we do have the Terraformer kit module, which is for tactical captains. Originally developed by the new Essential Movement to disrupt the Federation and Risa, this module has been modified to create a powerful quake around enemies in a 10-meter radius. It also debuffs their resistance to physical and kinetic damage for 30 seconds. I do see this being really interesting depending on how it works. It could be very beneficial for melee tactical captains, especially those that have rolled KDF recruits and need to do those melee kills. This might be something pretty neat for that. Science kit module, Unseen Mischief. Bring your scientist into the fray with this powerful cloak, which not only conceals you from your foes, but also confuses some of them within 15 feet radius. That's weird. I wonder if that's supposed to be 15 meter, but maybe it is 15 feet radius of you in the process. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 15 meters. Once toggled off, this power grants you a critical chance buff for 30 seconds. This power will toggle off if you engage in combat. I feel like this is kind of like a pre-buff, and I don't know how big of the critical chance buff you're going to receive for this for on the ground, so it just kind of depends on that. But since it does toggle off when you engage in combat, I don't know how long the timer will be that you get to keep the crit chance buff. But again, once we get it, we'll see if it's worth even slotting or keeping around. So moving on to Engineering Kit Module Holographic Defenders. Engineers have learned how you can manipulate a hollow matrix through your tricorder and create multiple duplicates of yourself for each enemy in a 15-meter radius, which is why I believe the other one's supposed to be 15 meters as well. These have standard holographic safety protocols off and attack your enemies, adding alternative targets and support on the field. The hollow matrix maxes out at 10 duplicates, and the effect lasts for up to 30 seconds. I do find this one to be pretty neat. I think engineers, most players in general, can duplicate themselves as it is with other items in the game. So having this, I think we're going to see a lot of cool running around engineer spam of multiple copies of themselves. So this could be pretty neat. We'll play around with that as well when we get it. Dress to impress. You want new costumes? We got them this year. This is really freaking cool. The British Naval uniform, which is a throwback to Star Trek Generations when they're on the holodeck and they're doing Worf's christening ceremony for his promotion, right? And then they make him walk the plank. So this is the uniform that we're getting. This is fantastic. Great design work. I'm glad to see this come to the game. We also have the the Betazoid civilian clothing here, which, okay, I guess it's all right. Not my forte, but it might be yours. So there you go. Next up, we have football jerseys. Listen, I'm American English. When I think football, I think of a American football team. I understand that the rest of the world considers soccer football. Here's the confusing part. You guys call it football jerseys here, and right here, you call it soccer jerseys. Are we appeasing to both sides? Maybe. Anyways, that's not here nor there to celebrate the world of soccer, but with a Star Trek twist, these uniforms will also mix and match with the baseball uniforms of previous years. We can talk today. Colored Moopsie variants. Ooh, these cute little killer cuddly creatures, right? You get more variants for them. That's pretty neat if you like collecting those. We do get 8 emotes. These 2 for sure. Well, I guess, yeah, these 2 for sure are definitely in theme with the opening of Star Trek Generations, Walk the Plank, and Spyglass, right? So we do know that, they make Worf walk the plank. I wonder how that's going to transition to the game. Do you get to make another character walk the plank, or are you just yourself going to walk a plank? And if that's the case, interesting. And then you got the Spyglass emote. Fire at will. These are all soccer football emotes, right? Red card, penalty shot, juggle the ball, knee slide, yellow card. Next up, we have power boards and floaters, just more, I'm assuming they're just cosmetic looks. I don't know if they're going to increase the speed anymore from the current 150% that we already have, but maybe they might. These might be faster. I don't know. All it just says is travel on Risa in style, so it does not say if these are speed increases. I'm just assuming these are just more cosmetic options. And then last but not least, we have beautiful BOF manuals. We've worked our magic and made bridge officer manuals for all of the following: Virulent Dark Matter Cloud, Magmatic Deployment, and Cyclonic Generator. That's pretty cool. Now we can give our bridge officers these abilities. Could shake up the ground game a little bit more, so I like it. That being said, you can get an early start on all of this stuff. As I said at the beginning, will be able to be bought out as far as the event is concerned with dilithium this year and not Lobi. If you've been stockpiling your dilithium, now is the time to either think of sinking it into this event and buying it out early, or hold on to it and complete it in whichever way makes sense to you. You can also get a jump on all of these rewards, including the cosmetics and the kit modules. If you go to the exchange, type in whatever this thing is called. We're bad at pronouncing things. We've already discussed this. Let's move forward. And you can buy them up now. And I would suggest doing that if you have the EC to do that, and you're not going to be able to farm this event as regularly as you would like to. So if you can't do that, get your currency now, because I think a lot of players are going to be buying this up. They are going to be either stockpiling it and reselling it at a higher price because the demand for it's going to go up during the event, and get a head start on it. Anyways, that's all we have for today. I am Captain Spicy Pants. I'll see you on the frontier tomorrow on Thursday here on YouTube. We have another video dropping with just some more essential tips for new players. So we'll see you then.